I'm Himadri, Deputy Director General of MSME Bharat Manch, and I'm honored to be your program coordinator for this event. Today, we have gathered to explore insights on the CIBIL, how CIBIL improves is helpful for the MSMEs. I would like to welcome Mr. Ravinder Singh Saluja as our guest speaker and Mr. M.K. Anand sir, a moderator for the session. I'll give you a little bit brief about the MSME Bharat Manch. You have gone through the videos also. So I was playing a video of the MSME Bharat Manch. 1 second. I hope you can see the screen.
Yes.
So as you know, MSMEs are backbone of our economy, and it contribute 30% of the country's GDP, which makes like 40% of the employees, 40%, and 110 million workers. In digital era, Indian MSMEs are facing lots of issues, like you faces on funding, CIBIL, because your CIBILs are less, and lots of IS certification documents and everything. So we have created one platform where it's a unique platform where you need or you get all the supports for the MSME services. If you are looking for sales, marketing, coaching, financial assistance, business advisory, human resource, technology, whatever assistance you are looking for, you'll get it at the MSME Bharat Manch. These are the services we are providing at one-stop platform for on the MSME Bharat Manch: sales, branding, business consultancy, etc. Okay. So we provide MSME loans, insurance, credit score report, training on leadership, business, rectify, bill discounting, tenders, subsidies, credit rating, and technology, HR, and everything what I have suggested. These are the few events we have done with our partners. This was the first our webinar on financials, unlocking financial success. Then business growth forum. This was the event we did in Mumbai with the help of Ministry of MSME, and there was subsidy from the government also for putting up the stalls. Thank you. So before we commence the session, I would like to take a moment to introduce our esteemed moderator, Mr. M.K. Anand, Akka Sea Change Anand. He is founder and partner at Sea Change Consulting. He is a strategic business advisor, author of 36 Golden Rules for MSMEs, chairman of MSME and ICT panel, Andhra Chamber of Commerce, director of South Growth Facilitator, advisory board member at MSME Bharat Manch, and heartfulness trainer, wellness and beyond. Mr. Anand serves MSME as a strategic business advisor since 2002 and handles thousands of projects. He helps entrepreneur to grow their top line, bottom line with system and process. He is an accomplished expert in MSME sector who will take us through this session as a moderator. We are privileged to have them guide us through this session and facilitate the meaningful discussion. Welcome, sir, and over to you.
Thank you, Himadri. Thank you so much, and very good evening to each and every one of you. And very, very happy to see you all here on a Friday evening. It's pretty tough to bring people on a Friday evening. And, the next 2 days, of course, many people go for off, but Friday evening, keeping the session is a very challenging one for organizers. So thank you very much for joining here by taking your time out. And I welcome all the entrepreneurs, friends, MSME ecosystem partners. I just want to quickly do a poll here. You can even put it in the chat. How many of you are entrepreneurs? Can you just say yes if you're an entrepreneur? If you're not an entrepreneur, it's okay, but you can say no. At least you may be a consultant or a professional serving the MSMEs. So I just want to check how many of you are entrepreneurs. You can just say yes.
Yes,
if you're an entrepreneur. In the chat room, you can just put chat yes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, sir. And yeah, I received one message. Okay, working for MSME. Okay, Just wanted to understand how many entrepreneurs are here and how many ecosystem partners are here in the MSME sector. And any students are here? Typically, any students? Okay. Aspiring entrepreneur. That's wonderful, really. Welcome aboard. Okay. And yeah, I'm getting some more messages, I guess. Consultant, thank you very much for joining. You are very important. Each and every consultant, MSME associates are very, very important because you are dealing with hundreds of entrepreneurs in your own region. So it's our duty to take the message head on. And, whenever we conduct these kind of programs, we record it. In fact, this is getting recorded. And we will share it back with you so that you can also go through and you can share it with your own network in your region. Very nice, very nice. Financial consultant, that's interesting. In fact, last time we did, unlocking the financial success on the finance side, we handled one session called CGTMSE scheme. That was the first webinar series that we conducted. And this is the second one. And every month we are going to have such sessions. And the kind of response coming from all over the country. And we would be conducting almost like weekly one program like this by inviting the guest speakers from different parts of the MSME ecosystem. So before I move forward, I just wanted to introduce both MSME Bharat Manch as well as the speaker of the day. Of course, Ms. Himadri, my colleague, has already briefed you, but yet it's my duty to share a little bit about what exactly we are doing. You all have exposed to various chamber of commerce, associations, CII, and so many entrepreneurial forums in the country because we have 63 million MSMEs in the country, 6.3 crores. 99.98% of the MSMEs are called micro entrepreneurs. They come under the micro category of less than 5 crore turnover. So between 1 crore, let us say 1 rupee to 5 crore are called micro industry, micro level, and 5 crore to 75 crore turnover. I'm talking about turnover. The new definition of MSME are coming under the small, and between 75 to 250 crore annual turnover are coming under the medium enterprises. That's why it's called MSME. And this sector is highly fragmented. And each organization is connected with their own industrial associations and various trade bodies. But we are not actually connected as one single entity. Imagine we are offering 120 million jobs in the country and contributing 30% on GDP, 40% from manufacturing and 45% on exports. Such a huge ecosystem, all of us are involved, but we are highly fragmented. Hence, Rupibas Financial Services Limited from Mumbai created this opportunity of connecting every single MSME entrepreneur, aspirant, consultant, trade bodies, associations, forums, and MSME enthusiasts. A lot of people who are enthusiastic about MSME, they wanted to take part. They don't know anything about this, but everybody talks about MSME, right? From Prime Minister to Finance Minister to the moment you open the television channel, somebody will be talking about MSME. So people got really excited. Why not I contribute my own small business entrepreneurs who are running a Kirana shop or some shops nearby to my home? I can also support them. So that kind of values and excitement is going on. Hence, MSME Bharat Manch was born. And we have a very long-term vision of connecting the dots who are working for MSMEs in different forums. You are anybody for that matter. You may be an entrepreneur, you may be a consultant, you may be an aspirant, you may be a student, but you can be part of our organization. And it's a movement, I would say. So we have two apps which are available in, one is Google Store, another one is in iOS. You can just go to your Google Store or iOS store, download MSME Bharat app, and you just register yourself. It's free of cost and we don't charge anything. And once you become a member, then we will start helping you, connecting with you, and you can be one of our associate ecosystem partner for your region, pan India. What are we doing? We deliver 360-degree services because there are experts from every single function of business. In my 30 years of career, I have identified 15 functions of business which every company deals with. Whether you are a one-man army, you have 1,000 employees working for you, right? From, for example, finance, accounts, IT, HR, R&D, innovation, leadership, sales, marketing, brand, advertisement. There are innumerable areas. There are 15 areas, core areas we identified. For each of the areas, you don't have to really run between the pillar to post to talk to one person. You just reach out to MSME Bharat Manch. The MSME Bharat Manch has got pool of experts from Pan India, and we will deploy these resources to support you, guide you, and help you. This is how the whole system is evolving. More than that, the government schemes, many of us are not aware of the MSME schemes. There are so many schemes available in the country, but only few people have access to that because they take pain of going there, sitting with the government officer, interact, facilitate. Many people think that going to government office is a very tough job, so I don't have time because I'm single man running the business, so I don't have time to go sit for 1 week. MSME Bharat Manch will be able to help you out because we have a huge presence in the country, more than 250 fleet on street, as they call FOS. Our salesmen, our people are in the field because we are running otherwise business. Rupee Boss is an hardcore, debt funding business they are into. So they are able to, pull out all their manpower to support this MSME Bharat Manch initiative, which means, suppose, let's say you are from Surat and you need some government schemes to be explored. You just have to reach MSME Bharat Manch Surat office or, nearby, and they will be able to guide you and take you forward. There is a toll-free number you can reach out. You can visit msmebharatmanch.com for more information as well. This is about MSME Bharat Manch. With respect to today's session, yes, it's a knowledge series session. Today we have with us Mr. Ravinder Singh Saluja. I'm going to go through a quick brief about him. Mr. Ravinder Singh Saluja has about 13 years of rich experience in banking and finance, specializing in trade finance, institutional banking, and new products launch initiatives for MSMEs. And he has worked in banks like HSBC, DBS, and S Bank Limited. Mr. Saluja has been very actively working in the MSME space in his current role with TransUnion CIBIL Limited. He is driving initiatives like credit awareness, financial literacy, and importance of self-monitoring of credit repayment behavior and how it enables MSMEs to be credit worthy and always be loan ready. These are some of the initiatives that he is directly involving. I welcome wholeheartedly Mr. Ravinder Singh Saluja to walk us through the CIBIL for MSME session. There are a lot of queries. We all, as an individual, aware of what is CIBIL for our personal loans and things like that. But when it comes to organizational, CIBIL certification for organizational aspect, many people do not know. Hence, this session is organized. Over to you, Mr. Ravinder, to walk us through. Thank you. And after the session is over, Mr. Ravinder, we will be having Q&A for 15-20 minutes. We'll take all the questions and then handle them and facilitate the support services. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Anand. That was indeed a very good actual introduction. I didn't even know I do so many things. Thank you so much for that. Okay. You want me to share my screen or we can have the display done?
Okay, I'll make you as a co-host if it's okay with you.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. One minute. The same name, right, Ravinder? Yeah. Yes, sir, I made you. You're ready, Mr. Ravinder.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Anand. Give me a minute. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Absolutely. You can maximize it. Maybe the screen, you can maximize it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sorry for the hiccup. Let's move ahead.
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay. Guys, I'll try and keep it a mix of English and Hindi so that it becomes more interactive and not becomes a monologue. The main aim for me coming into this session is to make aware the MSMEs who are, actively working towards building our country's GDP, working towards their individual growth and the region's growth at large. So how CIBIL can be enabler, can become an enabler in this journey of theirs, because we understand that growth will come from two aspects. One is the hard work that the companies are putting in, and the second is the finance. Now again, finance, you'll have multiple options. You'll have options of equity infusion, venture capital, bank finance. So bank finance forms a very important part when it comes to the overall portfolio of finance available at MSME's disposal. Here CIBIL comes in the picture because CIBIL plays an important part in the business loan cycle. If you look at the end consumer, which is the entities and also the financial institutions, the lenders, the banks, NBFCs alike, everybody would know that the importance of CIBIL rank and CIBIL score, what importance does it has in the business loan cycle. Banks use it to create top of the funnel screening, and also at the time of assessment, underwriting of these loans. So we know that CIBIL is part of our everyday life now. Consumer side, so I would say that it's a part of everyday life because everybody now knows what my CIBIL score is and what impact it can have on my credit ratings, on the application of finance, and also the availability of finance in the time of need, if the scores are good, not good. Similarly, we have a CIBIL rank, which is the CIBIL MSME rank, designed for companies, which generally rates the companies which falls in the MSME bracket, which is around turnover of up to 250 crore, and also aggregate bank loans or working capital facilities up to 50 crores. So this is as per what the definition of MSME is. If your company is falling within this definition, you will have a MSME rank available at CIBIL if you have ever taken a formal loan or working cap from any formal credit institution, financial institutions, banks, NBFCs, etc. Now, how do we do this? I'll just take you through what CIBIL is, why credit is important, what role do we play in the credit assessment journey, what are some of the myths that are available in the market for CIBIL, how you can work around, working for a better credit report for your company alike. What is the difference between a CIBIL consumer score and a CIBIL commercial rank? I'll try and cover all of it. Let's move ahead. Okay, now we say that this is our motto. We say that good credit is power, because we know, let's suppose you have a big order in hand. Now you would want your financial institution or your lending partner to help you with more credit so that you can fulfill that order. So in a way, credit averseness is not a way forward for growth. That's why we say that if you can manage your credit, then credit along a healthy mix of secured, unsecured credit is good for you in the portfolio, and it gives you the power for growth. Now, what CIBIL is? CIBIL is the first credit bureau or credit information company of India. It was founded in the year 2000. CIBIL collects and shares data with the lending institution. CIBIL also works very closely with RBI and lenders also to analyze the credit trends in the market, and these reports that we share with our members. So all the banks, jitne bhi banks hai India mein, most of it, banks, NBFCs are all members of CIBIL. So we generally call them as members. So all the member banks, they continuously share information on their credit portfolios to CIBIL on a monthly basis. CIBIL, when they have a pool of this database, come up with their own consumer report, consumer score, company report, CIBIL MSME rank, which is the CIBIL rank. And then also we share a lot many insights with RBI and also with our members so that we enable them to work on faster and cheaper access to credit for the MSMEs, because we understand that it's important for their growth. So this is what we do. Our insights also help them understand and develop products that are suitable for the market, because we have a lot of credit data available. So we can create a lot many trends from that data, that where the market is heading, what the demand is, what should the supply be like. So we generally work in tandem with all the financial institutions of the country. And banks and credit institutions, as I said, use the CIBIL's insights to evaluate credit behavior also and the repayment capacity of the consumers that they are trying to onboard. This helps them to take informed lending decisions so that their portfolio risk is mitigated. Okay, now to further elaborate on what we do, as I said that we collect and share credit information from lenders to help them make informed lending decisions. We also maintain entities' credit history as reported by banks and lenders. So we generally have a database in years. Suppose you taken a loan in 2010, तब से आपका डेटा हमारे पास फ्लो हो रहा है, your company data or consumer data from the member banks on how you are repaying these loans that you have taken. So we maintain all of that data at our end. And we also use this data to analyze and give you a credit score and a CIBIL rank to the companies alike. CIBIL report also tells you the credit worthiness and loan readiness of the business, because if you will have some data to look at on how this customer or this entity's repayment behavior has been, it will give you a good amount of comfort you can derive from the data by looking at that data, and can run your own BREs, which is the business rule engines which banks run, so that they can understand ki, okay, so the customer aise behave kar raha hai, this is the risk category of this customer, that's why we can give them so much or at this rate, so forth going on. CIBIL does not approve or reject any loans. Although I would say that my report would help lenders to come to a conclusion or the parameters that they have set whether to give loan or not. My report would help them to, it would be one of the criteria for the lenders where the CIBIL score and rank would also be taken into consideration. For some, it's the most important criteria. And also, many people thought that, CIBIL has a role to play in loan rejection and loan approval, because most of the times we have heard that, your CIBIL is not that great, so the loan couldn't be processed. So I just wanted to clarify it here that we do not have any role directly to play here. Our reports help lenders to assess the credit worthiness. And also, since I said that CIBIL collects data from its members, therefore CIBIL cannot make any change to the CIBIL reports also without a confirmation from the relevant lender. Let's suppose you had some DPDs in your report or some loans which were not paid in the last month's EMI, but this month you have cleared everything. So CIBIL will not make corrections or changes on its own. We will wait for the lender to give us that information so that we can make appropriate changes in our report. Okay, now we touch base that how business loans becomes an enabler for MSME growth, because for growth you need capital. So business loans is one form through which you can avail capital. Now, I would just like to take you through a small, how the credit demand scene is from the last couple of financial years. As I said that we work on a lot of data, we create a lot of insights and showcase trends to RBIs and lenders. So this is one part of it that I thought that it will be good कि अगर मैं आपके साथ भी ये share कर पाऊँ, if we take FY20 Q4, which is your Jan to March quarter of 2020, if at that point in time we keep it at base, let's say उस समय credit का जो demand था market में वो 100 था. Now, if as and when we move forward, when we reach to FY22 Q4, the last financial year, we see that there is a 1.6x, मतलब 1.6 times market में credit की demand बढ़ रही है in the MSME space. So that means that the availability of appropriate credit has also or should also be there. So that means if the demand is there, then the supply is there. So these type of insights help lenders also to come up with solutions where they can, fulfill the demand in the market, because if the demand is there, then it has to be naturally followed by supply. So these are the types of some of the assessments and the insights that we do on the data that we have, and also the trends that we study in the market. Now, we have also observed that there are few challenges which the MSMEs face, when they approach lenders or financial institutions for credit, and alike credit institutions and lenders also face this challenge while they are assessing MSMEs for credit. One of the most important challenge that comes from the lender side is that the MSMEs does not have strong financials, or the inability to showcase strong financial health from the MSME side, which is what lenders face as a challenge, because they say that, I don't have so much of public data available to assess MSME. I only rely on their balance sheets. And if that balance sheet is not strong enough, to मैं कैसे loan दे दूं इनको, या इतना नहीं दे पाऊंगा, ये दे पाऊंगा, all of that. So it's a challenge in the market. Also, lenders say that, a lack of security as collateral is not appropriate, or it's less than what the ask is from the MSME. Let's say they are looking at for a loan of 10 crore, however, the security market value is 5 crore. So this is another challenge in the MSME space, because we understand that micro, small and medium enterprises, by the name, we know that these are micro and small. So they wouldn't have so much of collateral at their disposal. So we have earmarked it as a challenge. Yes, this is a challenge prevailing in the market. MSMEs also face this problem कि मैं कितना और collateral आपको ले लाके दे दूं. I have been a banker before this, so I understand, these things कि कितना, friction कभी कभार हो भी जाता है between lender and the assessee or the company basis on the availability of appropriate collateral. Long processing time, again, since the public data is not available on MSMEs, therefore the lender would want to do their proper due diligence, their risk ratings, their internal parameterized algos, everything has to be done. So it takes some more time than an unsecured business loan. If you're going on a secured side, then again, the security has to be perfected, plant visit, site visit, all of that. So longer processing time is also a challenge when you are assessing MSMEs. And from the MSME side, they say that, we get credit at higher cost of interest vis-a-vis a corporate. Yes, this is a challenge. MSME cost of credit is quite high because the risks associated with it is slightly higher than what lenders perceive to be associated with corporates, because corporates are, externally rated, public information is available. You can, whatever research you want to do on them, you can do. But when it comes to MSMEs, the research is only done on the data that is furnished by the MSMEs. Hence, the lenders also have some amount of cost associated to it when they have to assess them. That's why the cost is slightly higher when it comes to availing credit under the MSME sector. Again, one more data point that I would highlight here is that we have close to 65 million MSMEs in the country, registered, not registered, everything included. Out of that 65 million, 24 million MSMEs have an active credit line, have ever had an active credit line from the formal credit sector. And out of that, only 50% have had done lending through formal channels. Because in the MSME space, we have seen that a lot of funding is also done unsecured ways through friends and family. So इनकी balance sheet में दिखता है that they have taken loans, unsecured loans. However, वो formal banking sector से नहीं होंगे, financial channel से नहीं होंगे, but through other channels. So assume, look at this size, 65 million universe, उसमें 1/3, 24 million ने credit लिया है. That means the others are doing business from their own money. That actually hampers growth, because आप अपना पैसा कितना डालते जाओगे business में to grow. 24 million has ever availed credit, of which again 50%, only 12 million MSMEs have availed credit from the formal channel, that is banks, NBFCs, and now lending fintechs, supply chain finance fintechs, all of that put together. So I just wanted to ponder on this data set so that I leave a thought for the audience as well here, that how important it is to come on the formal channel of credit so that your records are properly maintained, so that your data is available. Lenders have more confidence in you for your growth. You can ask them for more enhancements on your credits as well. How can we help MSMEs now to overcome these challenges as CIBIL? We have a product called CIBIL Company Credit Report and CIBIL Rank. Now, this product is readily available directly to you guys. Earlier, when we used to apply for loans, we used to come to this discovery that, my CIBIL has some thing which is not right. That's why the lender is not giving me loans. But now this report and rank can be accessed by MSMEs directly through various channels of ours. It can be availed directly through CIBIL.com. It is available there. Can be made available directly towards our authorized distributors. RupeeBoss is one such distributor, as I would say that also. I think in this invite of this webinar, people have also shared that the participants can avail a 30% discount also if they want to avail their company credit report and CIBIL rank through our distributor RupeeBoss. That's way. So these are the things. And what the company credit report is? Company credit report is you can say a collection of your entire credit repayment history data submitted by my members, by lenders to me over the span of time from the day you availed the credit to now, currently as recent as last month. Also, we have something called as CIBIL MSME rank as part of this report, which ranks the MSMEs on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 being the lowest risk company and the highest rank, and vis-a-vis a 10, which is a high risk company and the lowest rank. Now, what would be the definition of risk here? For any lender, if they want to avail credit to you, अगर आपको कोई loan देना चाहता है, तो they would want to assess कि आप एक तो कितना safe है आपको loan देना, आप पुराने loans कैसे pay कर रहे हो, that they can have a look at. And also, is there a probability of default in the next 12 months? Suppose I have given you a loan basis your past history, but let's suppose आप आगे default करोगे नहीं करोगे, how to assess that? So therefore, CIBIL has made this rank where we say that this rank is equivalent to the probability of default in percentage terms. For example, a rank 1 customer that has a probability of default of only 1.1% in the next 12 months. So that's the safest type of a consumer that any lending institution would want to onboard. And moving ahead, reaching up to rank 10, which is the high risk customer, and the probability of default also goes pretty high, which is around 90+% of probability of defaulting in the next 12 months. So then that's why it is categorized as a high risk rating customer. Therefore, the CIBIL rank helps the lenders also. They can also derive a comfort out of it. Okay, from this total pool of data that is available on this lender, CIBIL has worked on their algorithms. They have come up with this rank, which makes it easier for us also to see that, okay, if it is falling between rank 1 and 4, that means it's a low risk customer. Let us treat it that way. Keep it simple. It's a low risk customer, not probability of default, low probability of default. And then you have something between 5 and 7, which is the medium risk customer. And then 8 to 10, which is the high risk customer. So this is how lenders view any entity when they pull their report on their behalf for assessment. What goes into this report? This report will contain your CIBIL rank as part of it. This report will contain the company profile, key firmographic information, the name of the company, type of business, number of employees, and also the industry you are part of. Inquiry data, how many inquiries have been done on behalf of your company, have been done by the lenders for loans, which is like last 24 months. So rank, as I said, CIBIL rank derive करने के लिए we will have to fix some data range, कि हम कब से कब तक का data लें जिसके basis पे हम ये rank निकाल पाएं. So हम लोग इसको लेते हैं 24 months. Let's suppose if we are today in the month of July, so last 24 months from July से हम आपका tracking शुरू करते हैं. That would be close to the year 2021 now. So 2021 से आपका जो भी repayment behavior रहा है for your current loans, that will form a part of assessment when we have to arrive at a CIBIL rank for your company. So this is it. So whatever inquiries that have happened on behalf of your company have been done by lenders in the last 24 months will be visible here. And also the credit facilities that you have currently availed, वो यहाँ पे visible होगा, and also the repayment schedule, how you are paying your EMIs and loans on time. Credit facility utilization also. Suppose you have taken 8 crore limits working capital, you are utilizing 6 crore. So we give that data also कि इनका limit तो इतना है, but ये utilize इतना करते हैं, drawing power इतना है. So all of those insights form a part of this report. Also, since this report is can be can be obtained online via digital authentication. So we rely on GST OTP authentication, where you just click for OTP, and whatever mobile number is registered in the GST portal, OTP gets triggered on that mobile number, on that cell. And once you input that OTP in the system, when you are sitting to download the report, you get authenticated. On successful authentication, the company gets 12 months GST data complimentary from CIBIL side, which will cover your last 12 months ka sales, last 12 months ka purchase, last 12 months ka filing information, all of that. This is also a part of this report if the GST OTP authentication is successful. Now, further deep dive कि ये rank calculate कैसे होता है. रैंक जनरली देखिए हम 5 मैट्रिसेस ओवरऑल देखते हैं रैंक कैलकुलेट करने के लिए, जिसमें से 2 मैट्रिसेस forms the bedrock, which is the pillar of credit risk. That is whether the entity has the ability to pay back the debt. लोन ले तो लिया, इनकी एबिलिटी है या नहीं पे बैक करने की, वो दिखता है आपकी रिपोर्ट में. एंड whether the entity has the intention to pay back the debt. आप अगर टाइमली पेमेंट्स नहीं कर रहे, देन इट बिकम्स अ इंटेंशन का इशू, इट बिकम्स अ डिसिप्लिनरी इशू दैट यू डोंट हैव द इंटेंशन टू पे बैक द डेट इन टाइम. दैट्स व्हाई द लैप्सेस. सो दीज आर द 2 pillars at which the rank is assessed: ability to pay back the debt and intention to pay back the debt. And now we have further bifurcated into some parameters. These are 3 major parameters that have been taken into account to arrive at your CIBIL rank, which is the liquidity risk of the entity, ki how liquid the company is in case of any eventuality. Will the company have adequate amount of liquidity at their disposal to, to fight that adversity and come out of that adversity? Also, the firmographic profile of the entity. Firmographic profile of the entity is your credit vintage. आप फॉर्मल चैनल से आपने लोन कब से ले रखा है. लेट्स सपोज आपने 2010 से फॉर्मल चैनल से किसी बैंक से लोन ले रखा है. दैट मींस यू हैव अ फर्मोग्राफिक प्रोफाइल vintage of last 13 years. So it becomes more easier to see your behavior of last 13 years, how you have been repaying back your debt. vis-a-vis a कंपनी जिन्होंने अभी लास्ट पिछले साल ही लोन लिया है, तो उनका हिस्ट्री का बहुत कम है लेंथ एंड ब्रेड्थ. दैट्स व्हाई द फर्मोग्राफिक प्रोफाइल इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज जितना ज्यादा डेटा होगा उतना ज्यादा असेसमेंट एक्यूरेट होगा. Poor past repayment behavior. So if you have not been paying back your loans, EMIs, debts, you're not able to service your interest principal on time, then it get reflected in your CIBIL rank. If it is reported by the lenders, then that is also kept in mind while arriving at your company's CIBIL rank. So I'll just sum it up once again. The pillars would be ability to pay back its debt and the intention to pay back your debt. And the parameters are liquidity risk, firmographic profile, and the past repayment behavior. Now a little bit comparison on what CIBIL score is and what CIBIL rank is. Like how if you want to avail for a personal loan, home loan, car loan, your CIBIL score plays an important role. And now if you want to avail loans in the name of your company, working capital, business loan, any forex related facility, then CIBIL rank comes in the picture, because lender pull both type of reports. Whenever they are assessing a company, they pull reports on the company. They want to check company ka report. They want to check CIBIL rank of the company. They also want to check consumer report and the consumer score of the proprietors, partners, shareholders, directors, everybody, so that they have their assessment and due diligence done as per what their requirements are. Further elaboration on the differences between CIBIL rank and CIBIL score. CIBIL score tells the creditworthiness of your individual. Like अगर आपको personal loan, car loan ये सब चाहिए तो आप कितने credit worthy हो, score will tell that. And CIBIL rank will tell the creditworthiness of your entity for business loans, working capital that you want to take in your trade name, in your company's name. CIBIL score is a 3-digit number. It is measured between 300 and 900, where 900 is the best. 300, you can say, would be the least out of it. Similarly, CIBIL rank is scaled between 1 and 10, where 1 is the best rank and 10, you can say, would be the high risk, least preferred rank. 900 is the best score. 1 is the best rank. Now, I said that, CIBIL plays an important role in the business loan cycle. Now, I would want to elaborate it further with a graphical interpretation on how CIBIL rank and CCR plays a pivotal role in the business loan cycle. So we can start from the cycle, the journey, that when MSME takes a loan, Let's suppose you have taken the loan for the first time. You are a new to credit customer. Now that you have taken a loan, your credit history would start getting reported by the members to us. So your report would be ready. Now, if you keep on paying on time every time, which is a very positive behavior to showcase, lender reports it in that fashion, CIBIL also aggregates it in that fashion, and thereby your rank gets calculated. Better rank would again make you eligible for better credit available at your disposal. Now, when you're looking for enhancements or you're looking for more loans, a better rank would help you. Now, if we reverse this cycle, say aapne loan liya and you're not paying your EMIs, you're not maintaining repayment discipline, then again, the data which will be submitted to CIBIL will reflect that. That will again reflect in your poor CIBIL rank. Again, when you are in need of credit, you will not be loan ready because your rank is not that great. So lenders would want to assess you more, or maybe ask you more, and why the rank was not well, why you're not paying on time. Then it becomes a comma. I would not say a full stop. It becomes a comma. It becomes a hiccup for you to arrange credit, because right now you are in need of that, but you have not paid back in time. You have not shown financial discipline. That's why you're not able to avail more credit. So it plays a pivotal role. That's why it is very important for you to maintain repayment discipline. Please repay debt on time so that it always have a positive impact on your credit report and rank. I would want to touch base after this on the importance of self-monitoring and how we have seen a very positive trend when it comes to self-monitoring in the MSME space. By self-monitoring, I mean the number of MSMEs who are coming to my platform directly to have a look or order their company report and look at their CIBIL rank. Now, the next slide is that data for you. This is calendar year now. So Q1 of 21, the starting point, if you look at extreme left, which is your Jan, Feb, March of year 21, we saw that 7,029 companies came to our direct channel. This would include failures and pending as well, because somebody comes in, ho sakta hai OTP authenticate nahi hua, ho sakta hai, document upload nahi kar paaye. So it gets recorded in my system ki this company has come in, however, it is incomplete. Later, they might come in and try and pull their report by fulfilling all the requirements. So if we take that number, that Q1 of 21, 7,029 log aaye the or companies aaye the apna report lene. Now, when you look at that number in a span of 2 years, Q1 of 23, which is Jan, Feb, March of this year, this number has grown to 92,752. That means MSMEs are becoming more credit aware. They understand the importance of monitoring their company's report and rank, because they pays importance, because they understand that what importance this would have whenever they want to apply for loans with formal channel lending institutions. That's why they want to self-monitor their credit repayment behavior and also have a credit health check done on your company. See, I commonly say that because hum apna, as an individual, we generally have a practice of doing our periodic blood test, health check done. Some people do it per year, some people do it every 6 months. Similarly, I always say MSMEs that, please periodically come and check your company's report, check your company's CIBIL rank, so that if you think that, there are some, let's say, negative reportings or the reportings which is not favorable for your credit health, you can work on improving them. Or if it could be a mistake also, I'm just giving you some scenarios, could be a mistake also, you can take appropriate actions. You can reach out to your bank saying, I paid this on time, however, I see that it has been reported as delayed payment. So these steps you will only be able to do when you know about it. So that's why it becomes very important for you to have a look at your reports periodically. Now, the business benefits that rank has on your company is that it is important for you to know about it before you are applying for a loan. So if you know that this is my company report, this is the health of my company, you can have better discussions with lenders, banks, because you also know about it. Also, while submitting project proposals, if you are in the business of infrastructure, or where tendering process is happening, so you can submit your company's report and your CIBIL MSME rank also as part of the documents to showcase the strength of your company. You can, as I said, you should also monitor your business's credit health periodically. So these are few of the important use cases for you, why you have to have a look at this report and rank, and why it is important for you as well as a company. Furthermore, benefits that you get out of it: faster loan approvals. So if you know that this is my report, this is my rank, you also know that lenders would be happy to onboard you. So loans gets approved faster than what generally it takes. The tax also get reduced. You can also negotiate better terms on interest rates, because you say that I run low risk for you, please give me better terms on interest. You can have these. I'm just giving you a few of the ideas which you can have, and when you discuss with lenders, because you say that I have a better rank. Also, it gives a objective and unbiased report to anyone who is looking at your company's report, that what is the financial or the credit standing of the entity. Now, again, one more data. We have seen that in the year 2022, all of the loans that were disbursed, let's say 100 loans were disbursed in 2022, out of which 60% loans were disbursed to companies whose CIBIL rank was between 1 and 4. That means low risk rating companies. So lenders actually give a lot of emphasis on what your CIBIL rank is. High CIBIL rank, as I said, is a sign of positive credit behavior, because it gives anyone who is having a look at your report about the positive discipline that the disciplinary approach that you have in the business of repaying the debt. It shows a very positive light of the company to anyone who's having a look at your reports or assessing you for any loans. Few of the examples I said, Bank of Baroda provides rate of interest based on the CIBIL rank. Let's say your rank is between 1 and 4, they'll give you the best of the rates that they can offer vis-a-vis somebody who's ranked 5 to 10, which is medium and high risk customer. You will get better options from them. Oriental Bank of Commerce, they also have been publicizing it that if you are CIBIL MSME rank 1, 2, 3, we will give you a 0.25% or 25 basis point concession on interest rates. This year we have highlighted that. So this is what I'm saying, that the application of the CIBIL rank has varied use cases for companies and for lenders alike. Some common credit myths also that we know that prevail in the market pertaining to CIBIL. Now I would want to touch base upon that as well. What are the common credit myths in the market right now for CIBIL? Myth number 1, CIBIL maintains a list of defaulters. We have many a times heard this very loosely or overheard this. Everybody must have heard when they visit banks and all, आपका CIBIL report खराब है, आपको loan नहीं मिलेगा. Which is exactly my point. We do not maintain CIBIL में नाम आना does not mean कि आप defaulter हैं. आपका CIBIL report है, that means आपका credit history available है, which is a very positive sign. That means आपने formal channel से loan ले रखा है. So CIBIL does not maintain a defaulters list. CIBIL maintains the overall credit data that has been shared with CIBIL by the members. So it's not a defaulter list platform. It's a platform where credit repayment data is captured. Loan underwriting and approval is solely dependent on the lender's credit policy. My report will help them take better decisions, will help them take informed decisions to mitigate risk. However, at the end of the day, it is the policy of the lender to go or no go on the loan that for which application has come to their counters. Myth number 2, CIBIL can change your data. I said that CIBIL unilaterally cannot change your data, since the data which is present in the CIBIL bureau or the credit information bureau that we are is supplied to us by the banks. So unilaterally, we cannot change anything on that data. When we get latest data or revised data from lender, then we make changes to the report and the data that we have. It could be negative, positive, anything, but it has to come from the lender, and then we make changes in our data. Myth number 3, I know my CIBIL score, I don't need to check my CIBIL rank. आप बोलते हैं कि मैं एक प्रोप्राइटरशिप कंपनी हूँ, मेरे को ठीक है, मेरा स्कोर पता है, why should I take a CIBIL rank on my company? The common and the simple answer is because the lender will check your rank as well. Many a times it has happened, you say that मेरा score तो बहुत अच्छा है, my score was more than 750, but still they are not giving loan. There is a possibility that your company's rank was not good because आपने loan company के behalf पे apply किया, तो company का भी तो rank check करेगा ना lender, like how they have checked your individual CIBIL score. वाइजे वर्जा कभी कभी क्या होता है, आपका रैंक बहुत अच्छा होता है, लेट्स से आपका रैंक 3 है, आप लो रिस्क हो, बट आपका इंडिविजुअल स्कोर 650 के नीचे है, व्हिच बिकम्स सब प्राइम फॉर मेनी लेंडर्स. So it is important to manage both the aspects. आपका खुद का भी CIBIL score और आपका company का भी CIBIL rank. It becomes very important to manage it in a better fashion. Myth number 4, CIBIL has rejected my loan application. I have emphasized it already many times that CIBIL does not approve or reject any loans, but my report and my rank is one of the important factors in the underwriting process, is what I can say. So when somebody is assessing you or underwriting you for a loan, they will definitely have a look at the bureau report to come to a core decisioning, because it is part of their policy and part of their process. So yeah, this would be from my side today. I've tried to touch base on what CIBIL is, what CIBIL does, what CIBIL does not do, what is there for MSMEs through our reports, importance of the rank, how important it is to maintain a healthy score and rank, the business loan cycle we spoke about. We also touch based on the benefits, applications of a good report and rank, and also some of the common credit myths जो CIBIL के लिए prevail करते हैं market में. So yeah, I hope that you found value in the session and could have had positive takeaways from it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ravinder. Thank you so much for very quick, short, sweet presentation. I mean, I think you covered maximum input and insights about CIBIL for the entrepreneurs to know, especially.
Right.
So now the floor is open for Q&A. Already one person has posted one query during this session. Let me just go back and check. I think Mr. Lokesh asked, how old data is displaced in report? Is one question was posted.
Sorry, sir, can you please repeat that?
How old the data, one second, I will just go to the question. How old data is displaced in the report?
How old data is placed in the report? Okay.
Yeah.
So Lokesh ji, the data is available in trade lines from the day your loan started. It could be 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, up to 10 years. If the loan is still running and open, the data would be there, a trade line would be there. However, when we have to arrive at your CIBIL MSME rank, if you're falling under the MSME criteria, then we will consider last 24 months data to arrive at the rank. How has been your repayment behavior of the last 24 months? It would determine what rank you have.
Good, very nice. And one more question has come up. I think Shashi has asked, I mean, I don't get your question clearly. Can you just please unmute and then ask the question? Are you in Surat, or what is your question is all about?
Good evening, sir. I'm Khushi from Surat. I want MSME loan from Surat, but I did not find any services in Surat. And it's my new startup, no partnership, and my business CIBIL score is 545 because I'm a single parent and my husband has taken some Dhani loan. I have paid, but now the Dhani is showing some setting it's settlement, and I told them to remove the settlement because I have taken the NOC also, no due. And tell me, sir, what to do now? It's quite urgent for me to take MSME loan. I have my project report, I have MSME certificate and GST also.
Mr. Ravinder, would you like to respond from the CIBIL perspective? Then I will respond from the finance funding perspective.
Okay. So as I said that, you know, if you're applying for loans and currently you are facing challenges in availing loans for your business, you have also said that your score is 545, if I heard it right. So I have touched based on this that, you know, we do not decide on any approvals or rejections of any loan. However, my data and the score would play an important part under the credit underwriting process of the lender. At the end of the day, it would depend on the lender's credit policy, whether they approve or reject any loan.
Okay, sir. So we have some, we can approach to the bank for our approval.
Okay. With respect to your funding, Kushi, I would like to peep in here. See what probably you can do. There are two types of approaches that you may have. One, you may go for directly to the bank and seek for funding, right? And you said you are a startup organization, correct? So have you registered with the Startup India?
No, sir.
Okay, what you need to do is you please connect with the Himadri and MSME Bharat Manch people. After the session is over, you have the number with you. Otherwise, we have your number. In fact, you registered through Google form, right? Himadri, why don't you connect our person to her directly and help her to first get registered with the Startup India portal, as well as Ruby Boss team can facilitate whatever the government schemes that are possible through this startup. Being a startup, I don't think she will have all the collaterals ready for the bank loans at this point in time. Himadri, can you just interact with her later on a privately, on an offline?
Sure, sir. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you. Kushi, Himadri will be in touch with you. Is that fine with you?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kushi. Mr. Ravinder, another question has come up. I hope you could also see it on the screen. The question is, we understand that, Mr. Ravinder, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm there, sir.
We understand that CIBIL rank is only issued to enterprises with outstanding loans of up to 50 crores. Our company has outstanding loans of less than 30 crores. Yet our CIBIL report reads as 03 quotes. Borrower exposure is not in the range of eligible exposure bracket.
Okay.
So this is a question from a participant.
Yeah, Alistair, sir.
Yeah. Alistair, yeah.
Okay. So
Would you like
Alistair,
to-
I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
just let me know if I have understood this correctly. You're saying that your company has an outstanding loan of less than 30 crores. And yet you're getting the message that the CIBIL report reads as 03. Borrower exposure is not in the range of eligible exposure bracket. So you're saying that you do not see a CIBIL rank in your report?
That's true, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay. In your report, have we calculated manually that what are the trade lines that are still reflecting, or maybe some of the loans that have closed but not reported properly, that these have been closed right now?
So it becomes difficult
Maybe
because
earlier any cases where earlier it was beyond 50 crore, or it's always been this case?
so if I'm not very clear whether CIBIL also considers the non-fund based limits, because our fund based limits are about 22 crores.
Okay.
And if we add the non-fund based limits, we come to about 34 crores.
Okay.
At one point in time, we had LC limits, which together with the fund base, fund base plus non-fund base, then it was 52 crores.
Okay.
With LC limits added. Now LC limits, we have reduced them on a deliberate, and our total with LC, it comes to just 34 crores.
Okay. Okay. So generally, we take into consideration the total exposure. So any point in time, let's say when your exposure was 52 crore, now that it has been reduced. So if it has been reported on time to the bureau, if the bureau data has been updated basis the reporting of the lender, then it will surely change. And going forward, you will surely have a CIBIL rank for the company as well when it gets updated. When was the last time, if I may ask, Mr. Alistair, you checked on your report?
I've been checking it. At least the last time was 29th April, sir. And our limits have dropped.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Our limits have dropped below, actually below 50 crores, including
Okay.
non-fund based, maybe about since 2018 onwards.
Okay. Okay. No worries, no worries. What we can do here is, since it's a query which is transactional in nature, I can request Mr. Anand and Himadri to take it up and share with us, and we can get back with our revert, taking into consideration some feedback from my ops team as well.
Sure.
That would be that would be perfect, sir.
Sure.
That would be lovely.
Himadri, kindly take his number. Mr. Alistair, you can also put your number on the screen, on the chat. We will take your number and then be in touch with you.
Sure.
Sure.
I'll move to the next question. Lokesh again asks, CIBIL is showing 7 years old check bouncing in my report. Is it right?
Yes, this could be right, because we maintain the repository of data. We cannot remove, I said, any data from the report. So it will show as a check bounce, even though it is 7 years old, but it will not have an impact on your rank, because the rank is only considered for the last 24 months period.
Lokesh, I hope you got the
yeah, that is
response
okay.
for it. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Lokesh, go ahead.
Mr. Anand and
Yeah.
Mr. Ravindra. Actually, I've been constantly downloading my report, civil report. My rank, it was showing a rank of 9.
Okay.
And there's no, matlab, jaise, generally what I felt is I was reading too much about civil.
Yes,
So
yes.
rank
Mr.
7
I would
Can
request others to
Mr. Rakesh,
Yeah.
Mr. Rakesh Mehta, can you please? Okay, let me mute Rakesh Mehta 1 minute. Go ahead, sir. Lokesh, sir, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, please.
So my report is constantly showing a rank of 9. Last month it was showing 7. There's no, matlab, generally 7 and above is given to our party which has got, jiska account has been slipped to NPA. My account has never slipped to NPA. And I've been constantly filing disputes, raising disputes. I've raised more than 15 disputes, 20 disputes with CIBIL. Again, I'm seeing no positive response from the CIBIL. And this क्या होता है, recently my bank, they have gone through my account. They मतलब आपका CRISIL आता है जैसे RBI का होता है, they have gone through that also. They have given me an enhancement of 1.3 CR करो. With a bad track record, a bank will never finance me. Lekin why is CIBIL showing a bad, giving a negative ranking to me? I just fail to understand.
You are muted,
how can-
sir. Ravindra, you are muted. Please unmute, Mr. Ravindra. Yeah.
So sorry for that. I think your question is a two-parter. One is you said that my rank was 9 and it became 7. And then 7 and below is generally given to NPAs. And
Yeah.
how will it impact you, in your further business loan cycle journeys as well? So
Very true.
the rank is dynamic in nature. When your rank was 9, it was basis the data that was available with us at that point in time. You went to rank 7 because your latest data must have shown some positive behavior. So the rank got changed to better, which was 7. And again, you saying that the rank 7 and below, which is like 7 is, I would say that it's on the upper range of medium risk customer, not a high risk customer. It's 8, 9, and 10, which is high risk in nature. So I would not be very comfortable in telling that 7 and beyond is like NPA reporting. No, it's not the case. There could be instances where you have had multiple DPDs, you have had multiple overdrawn on your facility, where maybe your BGs would have invoked, LCs must have devolved, something like that. It's not only related to it being an NPA, then the rank would be like that. This is one part of that query that you have. And also you said that you have had many queries raised to CIBIL. I'm so sorry if you've not got your resolution on those queries till now. However, I would also request you to please approach the lender also with the queries, because I would act on the information that is shared to me by your lenders. So if you can just reach out to your lenders also with the queries that, this is the trade line or the loan that is being showing it, which is DPD, which is not the case. I was always paying on time. Then why the reporting is done like that? Could be a case as well, if you have tried that, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Ravindra, my issue is just generally I was having a vehicle loan and I have a very clean repayment record.
Okay.
Towards last loan, Tata ne 164 rupees ka overdrawn dikhaya.
Okay.
And I paid that amount. Suddenly that amount started reflecting as an overdue in my report.
Okay.
अब सर वो अब 164 रुपए के लिए मैं किसको टाटा वाले को पकड़ूं, यहाँ पे किसको पकड़ूं? I fail to understand.
Okay.
I did that जैसे भी करके I paid that amount, फिर उन्होंने बोला नहीं पे हुआ है, then it was 264, then मतलब जैसे भी करके it was resolved. लेकिन क्या होता है, if I am going to my report again, वहां पे वो यही शो कर रहा है कि इतने दिन वो जैसे आपका येलो कलर आका आता है ना.
Correct. That is a delayed payments. Yeah.
That is a delayed payment. Again, I was having 2 accounts with Central Bank of India. One is my CCIBIL limit, and one I was having WCTIL.
Okay.
अब WCTIL में सर मंथली मेरे को रीपेमेंट 1 साल तक बैंक ने अब मेरी किस्तें और सारी बैंक ने रीपे करी थी. And now when I raised a dispute, they said कि आपका this amount is showing a irregular behavior, ये amount reduce नहीं कर रहा है.
Okay.
और उसका उसका that amount was मतलब मेरी September 2022 तक जब बैंकों ने किस्त रिपे करी है, my account was active.
Okay.
I was withdrawing amount. So how will that account, the amount show a reduction in amount?
Correct, sir.
और जो मेरी सिबिल है, सिबिल का हर महीने क्या होता है, ठीक है सर हम लोग MSME है, थोड़ा सा था, तो हर महीने क्या इंटरेस्ट ओवरड्यू हो जाती थी, हम 3-4 तारीख से रिपे करते हैं.
अच्छा.
हाँ, अब वो अब उसमें देयर शोड के साथ दिस अकाउंट इज शोइंग इरेगुलर बिहेवियर.
बट आई गेस सर 3-4 दिन का डीपीडी रिपोर्ट नहीं करते हैं बैंक्स जनरली.
नहीं सर बैंक से रिपोर्टिंग नहीं है. मैंने तो बैंक से आपको बैंक से सारे नो ड्यूज के सर्टिफिकेट, मैं तो पिछले 3 महीने से 4 महीने से रोज हर 1 तारीख को बैंक का नो ड्यूज का सर्टिफिकेट आपको फाइल कर देता हूँ.
ओके.
मतलब मेरे एक बैंक का लोन है, एक सिडबी का लोन है, और अभी मेरा रिसेंटली एक एनबीसी का लोन है.
ओके.
एवरी लोन इज रेगुलर. हर लोन की मेरी किस्तें टाइम पे जा रही है. 1 तारीख को मैं बैंक से नो ओवरड्यू का सर्टिफिकेट फाइल कर रहा हूँ. अब बड़ी मुश्किल से मेरी रैंक पहले 9 थी, 9 से 7 आई है, इस बार 7 आई है.
ओके.
पिछले 2 साल से 1.5 साल से 99 चल रही है, in spite of filing all my disputes.
राइट सर, राइट.
तो मतलब आई जस्ट फेल टू अंडरस्टैंड मतलब व्हाट इज आपकी क्या तरीका रिपोर्ट ड्राइव करने का, ये करने का
सर. या थैंक यू
क्योंकि
सो मच.
अगर मुझे एनबीएफसी ने फाइनेंस किया 9 रिपोर्ट पे, मुझे एनबीएफसी ने फाइनेंस किया 9 रिपोर्ट पे, मुझे सिडबी ने फाइनेंस किया 9 रिपोर्ट पे, मुझे सिविल ने, सेंट्रल बैंक ने फाइनेंस किया 9 रिपोर्ट पे, क्योंकि दे डोंट फाइंड एनी ऑथेंटिसिटी इन दिस रिपोर्ट. क्योंकि ऑल माय अकाउंट्स आर एग्रो. ठीक है, एसएमए 0 में आ गया, एसएमए 1 में तो शायद ही गया, एसएमए 0-1 में आता रहा.
ओके.
और अब पिछले 6 महीने से एकदम नॉर्मल है.
ओके.
तो दिस इज व्हाट इज रियली बॉदरिंग मी. मतलब
Lokesh ji, which part of India you are from? Which city you are in?
I am from Dehradun, sir.
Dehradun, okay. Mr. Ravinder, can we just take his case separately and then have a chat with him directly?
We can, sure, sir.
Yeah. Himadri, you please take a note of his number.
So I would say that I am open to taking transactional queries, but in the paucity of time, it's important
exactly.
that
we can have a one-on-one.
We note down the transactional queries and we can get offline.
Exactly. We can have an offline discussion with us so that other questions also can be entertained
Sure,
here.
sure.
If that is okay with you, Mr. Lokesh. Yeah.
No, I buy a point. That is very logical. Huh? Why should
Thank
other
you,
people?
Sir. Yeah, we will definitely be in touch with you, sir.
So,
Himadri,
I
please
should
make a note of it.
I should wait for your response.
Yes. From our side, we will initiate.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ravinder, we'll take a few more questions. Already
Yes.
Ratna Ravi is waiting for some time, I know. Ratna Ravi, you asked, even though I have paid all the dues and loans in time, my CIBIL score is low. Due to a lot of inquiry by banks and NBFCs, how to increase my CIBIL score? Even before you respond to this query, I just wanted to ask one more sub question here. You said in the presentation that you can often check your CIBIL score. Many people used to tell me, like, if you check often, it will actually, the score will come down.
Okay.
You can combine this and answer to us.
Yeah. So Mr. Anil, it's a very valid point actually. So why your score must have got affected negatively, maybe like we have a query from Mr. Ravi that, many banks have done a inquiry on me. So this is a possibility where, we are applying for loans at multiple locations and with multiple banks. So every bank would come and register their inquiry at our bureau database. Therefore, the more the number of inquiries, you can say the poorer impact it will have on the score as well, because not entirely, but some weightage is also given on the number of and the frequency of inquiries on loans on behalf of any individual or entity. Now, to come back to the second part of the question, Mr. Anand, that you have posted, that is it does it impact if I keep on checking my scores and ranks on a periodic basis or on a regular basis? So no, it would not impact if you are doing it on your own.
Okay.
If you are going on CIBIL.com or any of our authorized distributors to check your own report, your own score, your company's report, your company's rank, it will not have an inquiry footprint recorded in the report. Thereby, it will not impact your score and rank. That is why I have been emphasizing self-monitoring करिए, उससे आपका negative impact कुछ भी नहीं आएगा report में. But in timely fashion, like how we had a grievance earlier, how the reporting and how it is affecting the ranks and all the time. You can mitigate those things and minimize those things if you continuously monitor your credit reports so that you take appropriate actions in a timely manner.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Can I ask a question, sir? Hello.
Mr. Ravi.
Sir. Now my question is how to improve my score, sir? Because because of lots of inquiry, say we are negotiating with several banks to as a MSME, we are negotiating with several banks to get the loan. So
Okay.
only we are giving papers to several banks.
Okay.
This affects our CIBIL score. So now my question is how to revive that CIBIL points, how to come out from that, how to increase our CIBIL score. That is my question.
Okay. Okay. So, sir, there can be some positive behavior that can be displayed in order for you to, improve your report scores, ranks. That is, always make your repayments on time, on the due dates, never miss due dates. Try and keep a healthy mix of fund and non-fund based limits, and a healthy mix of secured and unsecured limits.
Okay.
So these are, see, I would say that the basic pillar is how you are repaying back your debt.
Okay.
But if you have the ability to pay back, but still you're not paying back, that means the intent is not there. But if you have the intent to pay back, but you don't have the means to pay back, that means the ability is not there. So it always comes down to these things: how much repayment is done on a timely fashion, what percentage of repayment is done on due dates every time, full amount.
No, actually, I am paying every due because of this. I don't have any EMIs or like that. I am having only a what do you call overdraft, because
Okay.
if I take EMI means if I miss it, my CIBIL score will come down. So as I am having good business, I am enjoying only overdraft.
Okay.
Even though I don't
So
have
what
any.
you can do is,
Okay.
if it is pertaining to your individual score,
Yes.
yeah, then we have few of our partners who are also offering score simulator services as well.
Okay, sir.
Google Pay is one such partner.
Okay.
We have when you go to Google Pay, you will see check your CIBIL score for free.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you can also use their simulator services as well, where
Okay.
they will tell you if you repay back this loan on time, your score will improve by this much, or if you miss your EMIs by 30 days, 20 days, it will come down to this much. So it's a very interactive, simple simulator that is already there. So this will give you some amount of idea on, if I want to improve it, what are the tools that I have in hand.
Oh, okay.
But the basis is always repay on time.
Yes. I am paying repay. I am
And
paying.
also when you are applying for loans, sir, try and apply rationally. Don't apply with many lenders, because all of them would do their due diligence. All of them would try and pull their reports, which will leave a inquiry impact, because some third party is pulling your report on your behalf because they have the authority and the consent from your side, because they want to assess you and do a credit underwriting. So they will pull. That will be showed as an inquiry in the report.
Okay. No, what I am what I am trying to ask is there any mechanism from CIBIL, so because to make our CIBIL score increase? Because this is not our fault, no. We have just given our data to the other bank, and nowadays they have. If I give one to one bank without my consent, they are giving to other banks, and without my consent also they are.
I will take your question to respond, Mr. Ravi sir. Ravi sir, you are from which part of India?
I am from Tamil Nadu only, sir, from Chennai.
In Chennai? Then
yes.
I am also from Chennai, by the way.
So I know, sir. I know you, sir.
Sir, what we will do, sir, do is, thankfully, Rupee Boss is doing this initiative, MSME Bharat Manch. Rupee Boss has an office in Adyar.
Okay, sir.
So I will ask Rupee Boss team from Chennai to contact you, meet up with you.
Sir. Oh, I already said my mobile number, sir.
Exactly, and I'll ask somebody to come and visit your office. Please, sir. And try to understand why the score is coming down or showing low. What are the behavioral aspect or the SOP that you are supposed to follow to strengthen your CIBIL score? That we will identify. Then we'll give you a solution for that as a step. Maybe we can also take advice from Ravindra Singh also later, and then help you out. So Himadri, please connect Rupee Boss team from Chennai to meet up Ravi sir to help him out.
Where is Rupee Boss office, sir?
In Adyar, sir. We have your number. I'll ask Himadri Singh to reach out to you.
Please, sir. Please. Okay, sir.
Himadri, I hope you made a note of this, query.
I made the note.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ravi sir. I'll go to the next few questions, sir. Mr. Ravindra, do you have time? We have 4:15 now. About 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll try to take as many as we can.
Oh, great. So
Yeah.
another question came up. One second, Mr. Ratna Ravi is over. Then Sunita, yeah, what is the minimum exposure you need for CIBIL rank? 300 to 900 you said. So what is the minimum that is required
So
to get through?
yeah, so CIBIL rank is given to companies with aggregate exposure ranging from 10 lakhs up to 50 crores.
Okay. I mean, she's talking about the CIBIL score, right? Rank. Oh, you're talking about the rank only.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll put another question like, what is the score? What is the minimum score one must have to get a loan comfortably?
Okay, so this again is a credit policy discussion that we can get into. It depends on the lender.
Okay.
To put into few of the brackets, for some lenders, 650 plus is a score that they look at.
Okay.
However, for few lenders, 700 becomes 700 to 730 becomes subprime, 731 to 774 becomes prime, and 775 to 800 becomes very attractive score. Totally depends on the risk appetite and the credit policy of the lender.
Okay.
Anything above 700 is considered a decent score, is what my personal experience has been through my banking days. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So, Mr. Ali sir again posted a query like, sir, what do you mean by healthy mix of fund and non-fund based limits?
Okay. So, sir, we cannot put it in a fixed number like this was percentage of fund, non-fund is a healthy mix. A healthy mix is that you have adequate amount of fund-based and non-fund based as well, because fund-based limits are generally given for your working cap business requirements to perform your day-to-day operations, to procure goods, make goods. All of that expenses can become under your fund-based limits, which is your CCOD. Non-fund-based limits, your LCBG, is generally considered as trade limits, which are given for end use of buying or selling products, you know. So if you have a healthy mix of fund and non-fund, then it becomes very good for any assessor. Let's say I want to enter into a multiple banking with the current lender that you have. I would see, okay, this is your fund base, this is your CCOD, where end use cannot be fully monitored. This is a limit that we have given to you, as and when you require, you use it, you repay, you use and you repay. However, your LC and BG limits are trade finance limits. These have to be backed by genuine trade that you are entering into. Then it gives comfort that, okay, so if they are more on LCBG utilization, that means they are doing more trade, which is a limit that can be monitored as well, because they cannot use it anywhere else. Vis-a-vis a CCOD, which is non-monitored end-use based customer, where you can also use it as and when required for the purposes that you find deemed fit. So that is what I mean by a healthy mix of fund, non-fund. Also a healthy mix of secured and unsecured. Now, it could be left to interpretation to many people that what would be a healthy mix. To my mind, it has to be, this is my personal opinion, not CIBIL's opinion. Being a banker myself, I can tell you that a healthy mix of, let's say, 60-40 on the secured, unsecured side is considered to be a good mix, actually.
Okay, good, very nice. Thank you very much for that. I hope Alistair would have got answer for this. And Sunita has asked another question. The company comes under micro sector when turnover is 2.5 crores with a debt exposure of less than 50 lakhs. Can we get CIBIL rank?
Yes, sure, you can.
Good, that's wonderful. So I guess I don't find any other questions here on the chat. I don't know whether I missed anything. Of course, friends, here there's one great opportunity. Mr. Ravinder Singh Saluja's organization, TransUnion CIBIL, is actually have signed up MOU with MSME Bharat Manch long ago, and we have been communicating that you get a direct 30% offer from their services if you want to avail CIBIL score assessment for your organization. You can quickly get onto the MSME Bharat Manch and get this done if you want to do it. That's just an opportunity for you. And Mr. Ravinder, I would like to ask one final, rather not to ask you, but just to post you a statement here or understanding. So what happens for many of the MSMEs, since I've been traveling with them for a long time, limited credit history, lack of collateral, informal financial documentation, inadequate credit awareness, delayed or inaccurate reporting, limited access to formal financing. These are the 6 important issues that not every, but many of the MSMEs are. This is the main reason why they are not coming to the mainstream, and some people even don't have faith. Some people always feel, the grip that nothing is working out. Only people are talking about it, but that's not happening on the ground reality.
Right.
But after saw the presentation of US, one of the slides, it talks about like 24 million, that 50 million MSMEs where the scale is increasing.
Yeah.
Even the graph that you presented from 7,000 to whatever number is really shot up very well. So if you can tell us like a call to action, 3 things that every entrepreneur must do after the session is over for their business, so that they can see in next 2 to 3 months time, the CIBIL is actually going to show better and positive. Okay. What are the 3 action items that you wanted to suggest us?
So the first and foremost would be to, if you are repaying your debt on time, continue to do that. If you have found out through your CIBIL reports that, I have missed out on some of the payments, if some reporting has been done, which you do not agree to, immediately contact the lender with the misrepresentation according to you that has happened, because that data must have flown to me also, and that is why it is impacting everything in the ecosystem. You can write to them. You can reach out to us also via CIBIL.com. We've got a proper grievance channel. Please do that. Third important thing is to always keep on monitoring your reports. There are ample amount of channels available for free, for discount, when it comes to CIBIL consumer score, consumer reports. Now we are also spreading awareness on the CIBIL company report and the rank initiatives like these, where we have started offering discounts also, so that more and more people can come and order their reports. Continue to do that. That will actually form the bedrock to have a better informed credit behavior that can be displayed from entities side, because lenders want to, is my personal opinion, that lenders want to give credit. They have the money with them, but they will only give it to the worthy aspirants. So you will have to be always credit worthy and always be loan ready. Whenever you are in need, you should always be ready that I'll avail credit because my report is good, my rank is good.
Okay, it's all about the behavior, the financial behavior.
Correct. Repayment discipline is what we call credit awareness.
Yeah, whether it is a personal finance or CIBIL score or business loan, everything revolves around one's financial behavior.
Correct.
That's really interesting. And before we wind up, I'll take one last question which was posted here in the chat box. Srishti has posted, if company is using multiple loans like 2 crore, 2 or more overdraft or CC account, then how CIBIL score affected or not affected? Okay. And one more question she posted, like how pre-closure, right? How far closure or pre-closure, foreclosure or pre-closure of loan is affected in positive way in CIBIL score?
Okay. Okay, so to take the first question, if the company has multiple loans, like 2 or more overdrafts is what Shrishti ji has mentioned, or CC facility, then how CIBIL score is affected or not? So CIBIL score doesn't get affected on the trade lines that you have. CIBIL score would be calculated on the repayment of these trade lines. So even if you have 2 or more OD facilities, but you have always been servicing your debt and paying back your principals on time, then it will always have a positive impact. So it's actually a behavior that you'll have to showcase. The second part is how foreclosure or closure of loan is affected in a positive way in CIBIL score. So as such, foreclosure will be treated as a closure of loan for us, because then it will be reported to us as this loan has been closed by the lender. So accordingly, we'll just close that loan. Also, if that loan has been closed in the window of last 24 months, your repayment behavior on that loan will be tracked to arrive at your CIBIL rank.
All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Ravinder Singh Saluja, for your time. And I guess all the participants who are here would have gained a lot of insights about what is CIBIL and how it's going to impact their businesses. And let me assure you from MSME Bharat Manch, we are here and we are helping people pan-India. Anytime, if you have any queries on such issues, you can always write to us. You can visit our site. You can download the app MSME Bharat Manch, both iOS and Android, and connect with us. And I take care of the South India, all the 5 states. and Himadri is there to handle support us across India. So we will be able to connect with experts like Mr. Ravinder on a one-to-one basis, so that you can spend privately, so that your problem can be addressed sequentially, whatever the best we can. And I request Himadri Singh to now share word of thanks and the feedback aspects of the webinar. Thank you very much, one and all. And thank you very much, Mr. Ravinder Singh, for taking time out to be here with us every time.
Thank you, Mr. Anand. It was
Over
a pleasure,
to-
actually. Yeah.
Thank you. Over to
So
Himadri.
I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for attending today's online session. Your active participation and presence have made this event truly meaningful and enriching. I would extend our sincere thanks to our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Saluja, and moderator, Mr. Amki Anand sir, for their insightful guidance and expertise through the session. So as we conclude, I have shared the link for downloading the app and being the member of the MSME Bharat Manch. Please click on that link and get connected with us. Write to us if you have any query related to MSMEs, or do you need any help related to MSME. Thank you. I've shared my email ID too on the group chat. So please, if you have any query, do let me know. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you in the next session.